Northern Uganda has lived in peace for nearly 10 years following an insurgency by the Lord Resistance Army that took place for over a decade, leaving a trail of helplessness, bereaved families, permanently wounded victims both physically and mentally, and poverty. But those are not the only wars left to fight. In Kitgum district, a small town that recently acquired a municipal title, the war rages on against an unclear disease known as nodding syndrome. Too many unclear circumstances, including politics, surround this disease, and therefore seeking coverage and information on it was a challenge. Our first stop is at Kitgum Government Hospital. Dr. Michael Okema, a psychiatrist, gives us a background of this affliction before we set off to the affected area.
I've worked in this hospital for over 7 years now. For me, at first I thought it was this real epilepsy, granulomatosis seizures. When I reached Tanga, I found there were a series of children with they are malnourished and they were having seizures. Then I was getting questions from them. Then they explained to me that you see our children, they always nod, they always have seizures when they're having meal, and they prepared meals. And there were about 20 children, and as they were eating, they started dodging as if they were sleeping. So, you know, with mental health, sometimes people, they don't take, even if you say it is an emergency, people take it lightly. So that is how I came to know about nodding.
Finally, after patiently waiting, we are given a go-ahead by the medical superintendent of Kitgum Government Hospital. Our stop is at Okidi village, about 6 kilometers from the town. The hospital room maintained for the victims is empty. The victims are encouraged to stay back at their different residences except for the critical cases. The first home we stop at is for a mother of 8, Beatrice Akelo. 4 are girls and all of them got nodding syndrome in 2004. They are an example of the earlier fair stages of the syndrome. Adokaraj, her second born, is only 19 years old but has retarded growth. We find her sitting staring hard into space, her mind filled with seemingly nothing. She only shows emotion when she smiles bashfully and looks away from the camera. However, Adokarach's sisters, Nancy and Anena Annette, almost seem normal. Nancy works under instructions almost in a robotic manner.
I don't get to the family and I see a new band. I can't be late. I'm betting upon a big doing away with that. It is your Johnny. Kiraman and come late, Sermon. Chomita. Go back so many very way to Chomgi money. Kiran and Chomuchaluma, no better laga come.
The symptom for nodding, sometimes if they have to eat maybe about 4-5 times, they will start like as if this child is becoming lazy to eat. Even sometimes they get stuck with the what? With the food in hand. They cannot swallow it, they cannot move forward. So finally the child will fall down and sleep. As a result, they become malnourished.
Annette, younger than Adokarach, left home for her marital one and carries a child. This is evidence that these victims can lead normal lives. Our next homesteads contained victims with an advanced stage of the syndrome. Oloya Eddie, 9 years old but looks younger, was unfortunate to get the syndrome as a baby. He only groans for communication. At birth, he was put on oxygen, but he could only scream and make fists so hard.
Gini chakala tini maputi kuya. Kit ma malaria ma jakalu ti malaria ma don. Beru ne dong weng kere pe beru ki dure. Eno bur me kama. Ka ko malaria ki ter me ya. Ki du me beru me weng mi be. Ti ko me kwe o be chak beru ma be ben ken du bur kera na bur. A pier be chong yeng be. Ko nya be ma be gin ma raj be pe. Các con liar no como siako no be chube.
You know, during the jacking, let's say the jacking, because even the muscle become exhausted. So that is why sometimes you see like that, as if they were having still seizures. So that is the thing that they see and they are still having that.
Similar to Eddie, Vicky is crippled too. But unlike Eddie, she can talk and mention her discomforts. Too much power struggle surrounds this disease and its publicity. The government prefers it silent and therefore has rejected very many applications for aid from non-governmental organizations and private persons. There are struggles between mental health workers and psychiatrists over which department knows what's best for the disease.
Ko konye a te turan yomi ko me weng mi a da tim Vicky lok do lok bo
Uncle.
lok uncle
Uncle.
ko me na umu enini en mar ko lier ngiju ko ngiju ya tik en ke el ko ngoy pinga go el nen ma ke no nga no ko me ngi ko me ngi
Dr. Michael says sometimes health workers that are not doctors may have a solution or two, but because they do not hold prominent titles, their ideas are suppressed. That leaves us with one question. Is there hope for these victims? Is there hope for their families? Will they recover? Will they find a cure?
For me, I believe, and I think it's true, that this thing could be spread by this coccices. There's what they call black flies. Around 2007, 2006, the flies were really many. I could remember that was even the time I got married. When we go to the garden with my wife, I encourage my wife to put on trousers. But what I know, since that 2007, it was really much. But you know, this thing when they're trying to get, when they're getting some food from you, you don't feel the pain, but you only realize that there's some blood coming, squeezing out here. So when the children are very young, sometimes they may not chase them away, so they continue. So even right now at the moment, we don't have any new cases, only the old one that we are managing. Yeah, before I conclude, we have been managing this thing since 2007 up to now, and at least we have some positive results. Over 50 clients have recovered, but we have not published that because, you know, with health work we need a confirmatory test that shows those people are fully recovered. So I end here. Thank you very much.